having our 33rd award dinner. There's a lot of program going to be here. I'm not taking much time. I only take 2 more seconds. Miss Daisy Stephen is our MC for today. She's one of the best you can get in the country. I invite her to take this mic from me and start the program. Thank you so much.
I'm excited. That's great. So, it is a beautiful room when I look out tonight that is filled with talent, with tradition, and with togetherness. And on behalf of that and the Kerala Center, welcome to the 33rd Kerala Center Annual Awards Dinner. 33 years. That deserves a huge round of applause. Together, let's have an evening of inspiration, recognition, and pride. Because tonight, we are one community, one spirit, honoring our own who shine bright. So once again, welcome to the 33rd Annual Awards Dinner. Tonight we are going to start with the American and the Indian National Anthem. So I ask that you please rise and you stay risen as we have both the national and the Indian National Anthem sung. The American National Anthem will be sung by Bailey Stephen, and the Indian National Anthem will be sung by Amisha Jahan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting
And so tonight, I now am going to introduce the president of the Kerala Center, Alex Esthappan.
Honorable Assemblywoman Mikhail Salatis, Assemblyman Edward Bernstein, Ragini Srivastava, Town Clerk, Town of Hampstead, Captain Moore, distinguished awardees, past awardees, community leaders, dearest families and friends, good evening. Ellavarkum namaskaram. Thank you all for coming to this magnificent event. I hope you had a good time so far and would enjoy the rest of the program. This is our 33rd annual award dinner. Through these awards, we recognize our best and those who serve the society selflessly. We are doing it to inspire everyone to do better and our next generation to do better than us. A few decades ago, Indian Americans were rarely in leadership positions, but today they are everywhere. Indian Americans are CEOs of major corporations like Google, Microsoft, IBM, FedEx, and many more. They are top leaders in many fields. We had hoped for one in the White House last year, but got one in the Vice President's house, Usha Vance. This should be a satisfying and happy historic moment for all of us, especially our pioneers who worked so hard to see such results. Kerala Center മലയാളി സമൂഹത്തിന്റെ സ്വന്തമായ സംഘടനയാണ്. എല്ലാവരുടെയും സമഗ്രമായ പുരോഗതിക്ക് വേണ്ടി പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നവരാണ്. സമൂഹത്തിലെ വേദന അനുഭവിക്കുന്ന സഹോദരങ്ങളുടെ കണ്ണൊലിപ്പാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്ന, അവർക്കൊരു കൈത്താങ്ങാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്ന ഒരു പ്രസ്ഥാനമാണ്. വയനാട്ടിലെ ഉരുൾപൊട്ടൽ ദുരിതമനുഭവിക്കുന്ന 30 കുടുംബങ്ങൾക്ക് 50,000 രൂപ വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞ വർഷം കേരള സെന്ററിന്റെ ഭാരവാഹികൾ നേരിട്ട് എത്തി അവർക്ക് സഹായം വിതരണം ചെയ്തു എന്നുള്ളത് ഞങ്ങളെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം വളരെ ചാരിതാർത്ഥ്യജനകമാണ്. ഇതുപോലുള്ള മറ്റു പല ജീവകാരുണ്യ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളും കേരള സെന്റർ വർഷങ്ങളായി നടത്തിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. മാനവസേവ മാധവ സേവയാണെന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്ന ഭാരതീയ ദർശനത്തിൽ വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നവരാണ് കേരള സെന്റർ. ഇന്ന് നമ്മൾ ആദരിക്കുന്നവരും അങ്ങനെ എന്ന് ഞങ്ങൾ വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. തങ്ങളുടെ പ്രവർത്തന മേഖലകളിൽ അവർ കൂടുതൽ ഉന്നത നിലകളിൽ എത്തട്ടെ എന്ന് ഞാൻ ആശംസിക്കുന്നു. കൂടുതൽ മാനവ സേവ ചെയ്യുവാൻ ഈ അവാർഡുകൾ എല്ലാവർക്കും പ്രേരകമാകുമെന്ന് ഞങ്ങൾ കരുതുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങൾ കൃതാർത്ഥരായി. Congratulations to all distinguished awardees. We are so proud of you. I welcome you, your spouses and families to this ceremony. Recently, the Kerala Center has undergone almost a complete renovation. It is made possible because of the great support we got from our elected leaders. They are our Assemblywoman Mikhail Salatis and former Senator Kevin Thomas. He may be coming. I didn't see him yet. I express our immense gratitude to them. Mikhail Salatis is our assembly member from this area. Kari Salatis, our Nassau County legislature, is from this area. Is her brother. They both are great supporters of Kerala Center and our community. We don't have any reservation to support them. I welcome Honorable Assemblywoman Mikhail Salatis to this ceremony. Edward Brownstein is an assemblyman from Queens. He's always, want to help us. I welcome Edward Brownstein to this program. Others may come, like Senator John Liu may be coming soon. Ragini Srivastava may be coming soon. When they come, we will welcome them. Captain Moore, you are welcome here to this program. Thank you very much. Many past awardees are with us. Leaders of various associations, Patana, Homa are present here. Leaders of our member organizations like the Pioneer Club and Sargavedi are here. I welcome you all. I welcome all Kerala Center families to this ceremony. Your hard work and support is very much appreciated. I welcome last but not least, I welcome all our sponsors. They are Abraham Philip and Alma Bank, Sabinsa Corporation, Worky Abraham and Hanover Bank, Jonah and Gracie Paul, Joyful Home Care, Dilip and Kunjumar Workies. They are our grand sponsors, founder grand sponsors and patrons. Baby and Salome Viralil, Spice Garden, Bar and Grill, Kerala Kitchen, Attorney Vinod KRK, Mint Dental, GM Finance and Gurukulam Malayalam School. We very much appreciate your support. We are also grateful to Shaheen Muhammad Majid, the son of our founder grand patron Muhammad Majid, CEO Asha Ramesh, and everybody from Savitsa Corporation for their continued and generous support. Once again, I welcome all of you to the 33rd Annual Award Dinner, a celebration of excellence and selfless service. Thank you very much.
And so tonight, I'm going to introduce a man that honestly needs no introduction. He has shown us that titles is not what leadership is about. It's about service. And he has impacted the not only Malayali community, but the Indian diaspora globally, and really needs no introduction. Please help me welcome the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Thomas Abraham.
Wonderful to have you all this evening for this 33rd Annual Awards Banquet. Our MC Daisy mentioned about this old YMCA. So I came here at the urging of one person, Mr. E.M. Stephen, and he is none other than her father. She did not mention that. So I think it was when we had the first meeting in Dutch Broadway Hall. So I was not sure what this crazy thing trying to do, especially very broad-based educational, cultural center. It's not a church, not a mosque, not a temple, where every weekend people go and put the money. Here it is very broad-based objectives as it is written on the wall. So I discouraged him not to get into that. But then I had no choice because he helped in the Indian community activities for a long time and I had a commitment. Once he started, then of course I joined, and I think I am the only person left out of that particular group of people who started from 1990, and I'm still continuing driving all the way from Connecticut last 35 years to come and do the Kerala Center program. And I have also the track record of coordinating the awards banquet awards for the last 25 years from here 2000, and I'm glad that we selected the best every year. every year we select about 6, 7 or 8. No complaint. Nobody said, oh, they are not worth giving the award. And we have almost selected about 200 people right now. And some of them became much bigger in life. Example is Shashi Tharoor, T.B. Srinivasan, and many others in science, technology, art, community service. We give a boost to them to go to the next level and make them role models for our community. So I'm pleased that you all assembled here. And I also want to say that when Daisy mentioned about this 20-foot deep pool here, and this area was a rundown area at that time, nobody wanted to come around this area. But this is the success stories of immigrants coming to an area where it became rundown, but then they reactivated. That is the history of New York City and nearby towns. We are in Nassau County, but even across the river, across the Hudson River, but some of the cities like Hoboken, Jersey City, they all became reactivated. And this is a good example of how immigrant community contribute to the society. So I have a pleasant task today. Also wanted to mention there are many institutions in this Kerala Center. Daisy mentioned about, our president mentioned about some of them. But there is also upstairs, there is a library. It so happened that it is in my name. When you have a chance, go ahead and see it. I also want to mention that we are going to start a book exchange program. We have Indian books, Malayalam books, and some of us are in the stage of we are reducing or in the downsizing. And if you have any Indian books, don't throw it away, bring it over. We'll put, if there is no copy in the library, we'll put it there. Others, we are going to put a box outside the library in the main entrance where we'll have a book exchange program. You can, if you're not here, just go and put it there. It will be announced soon when that will be. So we don't waste such books which are available to people. Some of them are very expensive books which are not even available. So I just wanted to mention that. I have a pleasant task this evening to introduce somebody whom I know since he came to America. I happened to see him first time at the Indian Consulate when he was founder president of a group called Network of Indian Professionals. Since then I have been keeping a watch on him, what he was doing, but he has done extremely good. He is none other than Dr. Suresh Kumar. He is a professor, serial entrepreneur, startup mentor, non-profit leader, and author of Amazon bestseller, The Girl in Scarlet Hijab, which is soon going to be a movie. Born in Kochi, in Kerala, he grew up listening to the stories of courage, sacrifice, and love related to the Indian independence struggle and World War II from the grandparents and his father, who was a young naval sailor with the British Indian Navy in North Africa in 1944. Suresh began his journey as a student political leader before embarking on a global career in the United States. He was an earlier winner of Kerala Center Award for Entrepreneurship. Suresh co-founded his first venture in 1999, igniting his passion for leadership, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Currently, he serves as professor and director of innovation and entrepreneurship at New Jersey Institute of Technology. He is the founder of AI Startup, which is the New Frontier firm, and as the board member of the Indus Entrepreneurs, which is called TIE, New Jersey chapter, and was recently appointed by New Jersey Governor Murphy to the New Jersey India Commission. May I present you Dr. Suresh Kumar.
So Kerala Center is like a second home to me. It was Kerala Center where about 18 years ago, they had recognized me for an award. When I was still a small company, just about 50 people. And it was that award, like Dr. Thomas just mentioned, that spurred me on to do more things in life. At that award, I was introduced by Mr. Raju Thomas, who's back there. And he predicted that he introduced me as the next Bill Gates of the Kerala community. I'm sorry I disappointed you, Mr. Raju Thomas. I'm certainly not as wealthy as him, but I'm happier than him because I have all of you in my pocket. Over the years, I have had many good friends in this community. Dr. Thomas was one of my first mentors when I came in here. And I've been following you, and I've been trying to emulate what you have done in the Indian community. But I also wanted to mention that just about 4 months ago, the Kerala Center did an event for me, a book launch of the book that Dr. Thomas mentioned, my first novel. It was done here by an organization called Sargavedi. And it was the first time that we did a review of a book in English. So I want to thank Alex, who's here, Raju Thomas, Manohar Thomas, and others. Had an extremely good turnout. I got some fantastic feedback. So that's why I feel bonded to this place. The only challenge is getting here is not that easy. But I hope that will get better soon. So I was thinking about what to say. I had many themes in mind which I've been exploring of late. But I thought the best thing would be for me to talk about a concept called the Indian civilizational intelligence. And I'll try to simplify that so that we can all understand. And here is, to do this, I must step back in history a little bit. So if you look at the broad scope of history, and if you look at BC and AD, so BC you had several great civilizations. Egyptians, the Mesopotamians, and followed by Greek. But you also had the Indus Valley civilization. So this goes back about 5,000 years. So Indus Valley and the Chinese civilization are the only two that still is a powerful civilization. At 5,000 years ago, well into AD, these are the two lasting civilizations that is still powerful. So I want to explore that a little bit more with all of you. Now coming down to modern history, about the last 300-400 years, all of you know the events that happened, but most of the 16th and 17th and 18th century, it was either India or China, and sometimes they interchanged as being the leading and the most powerful economy in the world. Now, when I talk about India and China, they were not countries at that time, right? So they were a collection of states that became powerful. Now, after that came the conquest by the European powers, the Dutch, the British, the Portuguese, etc. But I just wanted to take you to one incident. In 1729, there was a Persian emperor by the name of Nadir Shah. So he decided to come to India because he heard of all the stories of the Mughal empires going there, building Taj Mahal, wealth being created, such a beautiful, wealthy country, nation. So he decided to come all the way from Persia. Keep in mind, those days there was no planes, they had to basically walk it up or do it on horseback. Yet they took the journey because they heard of the wealth and affluence that was there in India. Of course, called Hindustan those days, where the land of the Hindus. So he came and he did what was called very famously as the Delhi sack. He just looted Delhi and he went back to Persia. He did not stay, unlike the Mughals and the British, he did not stay, he went back. And that one incident alone, he got so much wealth that the GDP of Persia went up the following year. They took back so much gold and wealth that was transferred back in there. So the British was there in India at that time. They came in the 1600s, as you know. But they were still not very active. They were only in a few different locations, mostly in some coasts. So when the British saw all this action happening, they thought they would also get involved. So somewhere in the 1750s, after the Battle of Plassey, they took charge. The East India Company became then the crown of the British. It became an official part of the British Empire. And the next 100 years was the years of the maximum loot and plunder of India. As you may actually, I would recommend you read The Era of Darkness by Shishidru, which explains this pretty well. So that 100 years turned India, all the wealth that's basically taken out, led by the British. Fast forward, by the time of independence, India became one of the poorest countries on the planet. To pass this kind of heritage and knowledge down to our families. So that's the reason for mine. Now I just wanted to make a final connection back into how does it connect to us as Indian Americans. Now we have all been very successful, the highest per household income of any community. We have people successful in all levels. But yet we are at a crossroads. Right now the relationship between India and the US is for the first time in about 30 years not on solid grounds. So what is it that we can do about it? And I believe we have a role to play. One of that is we need to be more active in the mainstream life. Now, and I say that to include myself too. If you go to an event like a July 4th or a Memorial Day, you will find that not many Indians take part. We take part, of course, in our cultural events. We do that quite well, but we are not active enough when it comes to the mainstream community. In the political field too, I think we can do a lot more. We are active to some extent. I see Kevin is here. But we need more people stepping forth. And we also need to wear our two hats of being of Indian heritage and of our American citizenship. We've got to kind of wear it in a balanced way. So it is good to take a position. Now there are many things India needs to change in their trade policy, etc. And it's okay to point that out. But if you see something that is unfair to India, like what's happening now, where India is being deliberately targeted by the administration, that's for you to also stand up and talk. We are not doing that enough. We have many CEOs, big names, I don't have to tell you, they haven't come forward yet. Right? When Trump calls them, they go to the White House and they're willing to do whatever it takes. Why are we not standing up enough? I think it's an important question we need to ponder about. Not only those big CEOs, I think all of us can do that. Whether it's a small company, in our communities, we can bring up these issues in a fair, balanced way, and I think that will really help us. Those are my thoughts for today. I thank the organizers for this opportunity. And I look forward to meeting with more of you today.
Dr. Suresh Kumar. For those of you who don't know, the Kerala Center's actual first official name, and it was called the Indian American Kerala Cultural and Civic Center. The Indian American Kerala Cultural and Civic Center. Why do I say that? I say that to remind you, along the lines of what Dr. Suresh Kumar just said, we are not just about what church you go to, or what temple you go to, or what mosque you go to worship. We are not just about where we are and where we come from in Kerala. We are not just about, who do you hang out with and who do you, go have a drink with. We are members of this community at large. We are members of our Malayali community, but we are members of the American community that we came here to be a part of. They are better for having us, and we are better to be a part of it. But to be a part of it means to take civic action. It means to bring yourself to the table. It means to not only spread our Malayali culture amongst our own children and our own generations, but it means to spread our Malayali culture, our beliefs, our traditions into the communities that we surround ourselves with and that we live with, who allow us to be here the way that we are. So take action. Show up and show your community, not only your Malayali community, but your American community, who you are and what you stand for. I would like to invite our committee chairman for the souvenir, this year's souvenir, Jos Jarabaram, and member Jos Kadaparam and Dr. Sharisa Anthony to the stage to release this year's souvenir. And also like to invite Abraham Thomas and Raju Thomas, and our souvenir is going to be presented to Susama Abraham. So I would like everyone to come, and I think you all have your souvenirs that is being passed around.
Look at the camera, please. Look at the camera, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. When the board asked me to chair the souvenir committee, I was reluctant and apprehensive because I said, in this old age, why should I take on this headache? And it looked to me like a Herculean task, but the members of the souvenir committee were overwhelmingly helpful, and their help was awesome. This souvenir was made by a lot of persons' effort, contributors, as well as supplied with articles, poems, etc. So I don't have any words to express my gratitude towards these people who made it come true. So with all this effort, what I thought was a Himalayan task, it was a piece of cake now. So enjoy the rest of the week, go through the souvenir, and any suggestion to improve it, we welcome it. Okay, thank you guys once again.
I am going to have the chairman of the award committee, Dr. Madhu Bhaskaran, come up and talk to you a little bit about how we choose our awardees.
Thank you, Daisy, for inviting me to speak, and also for saying all those things that means everything that is to be said about Kerala Center, because she grew up here. She knows everything. She has seen every brick being laid in this center. Thank you for that. And thank you, Dad, and all the people who worked with him to build this amazing place. പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട സുഹൃത്തുക്കളെ, നമസ്കാരം. When the founders of Kerala Center saw that swimming pool, they saw this. It seems to be the most important quality everyone is looking for, imagination. I think everyone wants to hire people with imagination. That seems to be the talent that makes things happen in this world beyond what normally happens. I hope each of you who chose to spend this wonderful evening here gets a big dose of that imagination that the founders had. So every one of you deserve an award for being part of this evening, being part of the Kerala Center, and that's what makes this place beat its heart. The selection of awardees is by the members of the Kerala Center, members of the community. Anyone can refer people for these awards. My first grade teacher used to select the most troublesome person as the class leader. That is not how we chose the award for this year, but it may be a good way. What do you think, Daisy? Well, these awardees, like each one of you, have done that is wonderful, that inspired the community. Like Kevin inspired a whole generation of Malayali kids to stand for election and become, may not be the first anymore of Malayali in the New York State Senate, but you've done that pioneering work, like the founders of the Kerala Center. And then, the selection is always, an amazing and enjoyable task to see the talents that is there in our community. So each of these awardees, like everyone from Kerala, what makes the Kerala wonderful? It's a small state, less than 1/3 the size of New York, 35 million people. What makes it great? It is not the richest state in Kerala, but it's where everybody has a chance. Everybody has equal opportunity. Equality is celebrated. In fact, the King Mazhavil is celebrated for the equality he created in Kerala. And we all know how hard it is to create equality. It's not an easy task. It is a daunting task. It is a daunting task in front of the world. And for that, I'm proud to be a Keralite, because we have a state where a boy from village went to the same school as my grandmother can stand here and speak to you. And it becomes an example for the rest of the world. And I hope this center becomes a place, an example for the rest of the world. I congratulate all of you for being here to celebrate the success of the awardees. And thank you for choosing them, because you chose them to celebrate their life, celebrate their achievements, and to showcase their talents. Thank you.
Dr. Bhaskaran. Okay, is everyone ready for the main event? Yes? We're ready to give out these awards? Okay, so the first award, I'm going to ask Samuel Joseph, who is our Youth Forum Secretary of the Kerala Center, to introduce the recipient of the award for community service.
It is my honor to introduce Advocate Koshi Umin Thomas, a distinguished community leader. A distinguished community leader whose lifelong commitment to public service is grounded in his belief that God is one, and that service should transcend all barriers. As Special Assistant and Community Liaison to New York State Assemblyman Edward Braunstein, Koshi plays a vital role in connecting people with government and ensuring that every voice in the community is heard. A former candidate for New York City Council District 23, Koshi has a long championed civic engagement and unity. His leadership extends to community organizations as well, serving as president and chairman of the Floral Bark Belrose Indian Merchants Association and as chairman of the India Day Parade community in Queens, helping bring together and celebrate the vibrant Indian American community. His dedication has earned recognition from numerous government agencies, organizations, and reflecting his deep impact and integrity. In the private sector, he serves as a partner at lendme.com and holds law degrees from Madras University in Shanghai and Toro Law School in New York. Through faith, leadership, and tireless service, he reminds us that true leadership is rooted in compassion and the desire to uplift others. Please join me in welcoming Koshi Thomas.
I would like to congratulate the Kerala Center, the founders, the trust board, and the executive committee and the members to doing this wonderful job. And can you imagine, this is the 33rd years. 33 years ago, we don't know where we were, but thank God we are together here, united, just because their good work, their foundation, their effort, their sweat, their money, their network, their sacrifice, it's a lot of things they did. And today, we, especially Keralites, stand as stalwarts in various fields. So I really want to thank them. Can you all give them a big round of applause? First goes to Kerala Center and its activities. It's a great thing. It's not just me they found. They already found 100 plus talented or even community service personalities. They search and find the best out of the best. When they announced my name, I was surprised. I'm actually, yes, I'm there, but I'm not that known to the organization and the personalities here. It's actually the biggest recognition I have got in my life. The biggest, I'm telling you, I have gone into so many stages. But today, this evening, it's a milestone mark in my life. It's really, I mean it, and I really thank the organization and its supporters. My history, if you look at it, I always, even though I don't publicly pronounce or sound, I always start with a prayer wherever I go, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, one true God, Amen. It's a great honor, with profound gratitude, and great humility, I accept this award, the nomination and the award. With all your support, I promise to continue whatever I can. Now, one more thing I want to say is, with all the God's blessings, Look, we have our senator and our assemblyman with us. And Mikhail Soleges, all three of them with us to do whatever we want to do. That's the blessing. So we will prosper together and succeed together and serve together. Our Honorable Senator John Liu to say a few words.
Koshi, we love you. By the way, I have 7 more honorees. And I wanna know, I love this guy. I've known him for a long time, ever since I had a lot of hair. And Koshi started his 13-minute speech with, I don't know what to say. And he ended it by saying, I have no more words. Koshi, thank you for sharing every single one of your words with us tonight. But Koshi really is, he's so active here in Nassau and certainly in Queens, which I have the pleasure of representing a big part of. And I'm so honored to join Assemblymember Ed Braunstein and Mickey Salages on this very special event. 33 years. It's hard to believe that 33 years goes by pretty quickly. I remember when the Kerala community was just starting to get organized and built this center, and now you have a thriving community. And I have to say, this is progress. This is our progress not only for the community, but progress for the entire state of New York. And the Malayali community is here. And everyone in the New York State Capitol knows the Malayali community. And not the only reason, but the biggest reason why everybody in Albany, in the state capitol, in the legislature, both houses, in the governor's office, is because your favorite son, Senator Kevin Thomas, the best-known Malayali New Yorker ever, and I'm so delighted to see him. I don't get to see Kevin as much as I'd like to anymore because he decided that he had had enough of the New York State Senate and decided to do other things. But brother, it's good to see you, Kevin. First South Asian elected to anything in the state of New York, and paved the way for many, many more South Asians to get elected to the state Senate, as well as to many other positions. So the Malayali community has a tremendous amount to celebrate, and I'm so delighted to join all of you here at this Kerala Center. And Koshi, thank you for everything you have done. Assemblymember Ed Braunstein, who recognized the potential in our brother here, Koshi Thomas.
Thank you, Senator. For those who don't know me, I'm Assemblymember Ed Braunstein from Queens. It's nice to be here. Mickey, is this your district? It's good to be here in Mickey's district. We spend so much time in Albany together. Sometimes I see Mickey more than I see my family for certain months. But it's not often I get to come to your district, so it's good to be here. And I just want to congratulate the Kerala Center, 33 years. You could see the vision of what was a swimming pool, and now today is a smashing success. And it's not easy. It's a challenge, right? New immigrant communities, a lot of times, it's a challenge to hold on to your culture, to pass it down to the next generation, and it takes work. But you can see that work is paying off, and this center continues to grow and be successful. So I want to wish you congratulations. I want to congratulate all the honorees, but I really want to recognize Koshi Thomas. Koshi is a community liaison in my office. About 2 years ago, they had, every 10 years we have redistricting, and about 2 years ago they changed the lines for my assembly district, and I picked up a whole new portion in the southern part of my district with a large South Asian community. And I recognize that if I'm going to be the best representative I can be, I need to introduce myself to the community, I need to understand the community, and I needed help with that. And every single person I spoke to said, you need to go get Koshi, see if he's available, he's the guy for you. And Koshi has really been phenomenal. And the South Asian community is diverse. And you know, there's a lot to learn there, and Koshi's helped me navigate it. And it's not just the South Asian community, everybody in that part of the district where he's from knows him and loves him. So Koshi, congratulations. I'm so grateful to have you working in my office, and I'm so grateful to have you as a friend. So thank you very much, Koshi.
3 decades, 3 years of bringing value, support, bringing community into such a diverse place. So thank you again to the president and the board. Give them another round of applause. And it's amazing that every year we come together for performances, for food, for friendship, and to honor individuals in our community that are doing great things. So once again, you know, the State Assembly, the State Senate is always going to be here to support you as long as Kevin Thomas comes every year, right? You're coming every year? And so we are here united as one New York, because New York is a great place to live because we are honored by its diversity. And no matter what, we will defend that diversity. So I thank this wonderful center for being here, and we will continue advocating for you forever. And to the MC tonight, please stand up. Daisy, oh my God, amazing, right? So last year, I saw her as an MC at this wonderful event. I actually asked her to be an MC for my women's event. Every year I do a women's event where I honor 10 women. And you did such a wonderful job riling up the audience and cutting off some of the people who speak too long. So Daisy, thank you so much, and I really appreciate you. And congratulations to everyone.
And can I just recognize how well they pronounced Malayali and Kerala? I was so impressed. I think that is the efforts of Malayalis being in government with you. So thank you, Kevin Thomas. Thank you to Koshi for grooming them the right way and teaching them how to pronounce Malayali and Kerala correctly. Next, I'm going to invite Raju Thomas, the Kerala Center General Secretary, to introduce our awardee for Pravasi Malayalam Literature.
Our next award tonight is for Malayalam Sahityam, and could you please settle down, please, to honor the others, please? Yes, and that goes to a brilliant writer from Staten Island, a lifelong writer, a prolific writer. If you go to eMalayalam.com, yesterday or today, he is there, and he will be there tomorrow. So as a poet in my own right, and as a member of our literary forum called Satgavedi, it's my great privilege and honor to introduce Mr. Jane Verghese from Staten Island. A brief profile is there in the souvenir, but I shall Malayalamize it. 11ാമത്തെ വയസ്സിൽ ഒരു ചെറുകഥ പ്രസിദ്ധീകരിച്ചു കിട്ടിയ ഒരു സംഭവമാണ് മനുഷ്യൻ 11ാമത്തെ വയസ്സിൽ. To me, even now it is hard to believe. അന്ന് തുടങ്ങിയ സാഹിത്യ സബരിയാണ് ഈ സാരസ്വതനെ ഇവിടെ കൊണ്ടെത്തിച്ചത്. 10 പുസ്തകങ്ങൾ എഴുതി. അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ പ്രശസ്തമായ ഒരു നാടകമുണ്ട്, നാട്ടിൽ വെച്ച് അവതരിപ്പിച്ച് അനേകം പുരസ്കാരങ്ങൾ കിട്ടിയതാണ്. അദ്ദേഹം ഇവിടെ വന്നിട്ട് 10-35 വർഷങ്ങളായി. ഇപ്പോൾ പുത്ര കളത്ര സഹിതം സുഖമായി സ്റ്റാക്കറിൽ വിശ്രമിച്ചു നയിക്കുന്നു. 10ാമത്തെ പുസ്തകം അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് പ്രശസ്തമായ നാടകമുണ്ട് മലയാളത്തിൽ, ജ്യോതിർഗമയാണ്, വെളിച്ചത്തിലേക്ക്, ടുവേഴ്സ് ദി ലൈറ്റ്. അതിൻ്റെ സൈദ്ധാന്തികമായ അന്തർധാരകളും മഹത്വവും കേട്ടറിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ന്യൂയോർക്ക് സിറ്റി യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി അവരുടെ ചെലവിൽ പ്രസിദ്ധീകരിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞ കൊല്ലം. അദ്ദേഹം ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് കോപ്പി അയച്ചു തന്നു. പിന്നെ അദ്ദേഹം തൻ്റെ 10ാമത്തെ പുസ്തകം, തൻ്റെ സംഭവബഹുലമായ ജീവചരിത്രം, 440 പേജുണ്ട്. ഓരോ പേജും ഒരു ചെറുകഥ പോലെ എനിക്ക് തോന്നി. ഞാൻ വായിച്ചു. അദ്ദേഹം കൊണ്ട്. So ladies and gentlemen, I give you ജെയിൻ വർഗീസ്. അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് രാജു ശ്രീനിവാസമാക്കി.
നമസ്കാരം. ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട അവാർഡ് ദാതാക്കളെ, ബഹുമാന്യരായ അവാർഡ് ജേതാക്കളെ, ദാതാക്കൾക്കും ജേതാക്കൾക്കും ഊർജം പകർന്നുകൊണ്ട് ഇവിടെ സന്നിഹിതരായിരിക്കുന്ന മലയാളത്തിൻ്റെ പ്രതിനിധികളായ സഹൃദയ സുഹൃത്തുക്കളെ, എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി നമസ്കാരം. മകരക്കുളിരും മാമ്പും മണവും നിറഞ്ഞു നിൽക്കുന്ന ഒരു നാടും തുറന്ന ആകാശമുള്ള അവിടുത്തെ നാട്ടിൻ പുറങ്ങൾ പോലെ തുറന്ന മനസ്സുള്ള കുറെ മനുഷ്യരും ഏഷ്യാവൻകരയുടെ തെക്കു പടിഞ്ഞാറെ കോണിൽ ജീവിച്ചിരുന്നുവെന്നും ഇന്നും ജീവിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നുവെന്നും ലോക തലസ്ഥാനമായ അമേരിക്കയെയും അതിദയം തലസ്ഥാനമായ ന്യൂയോർക്കിനെയും ബോധ്യപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ട് കേരള സെന്റർ എന്ന ഈ മഹത്തായ സാംസ്കാരിക സ്ഥാപനം ഇവിടെ തലയുയർത്തി നിൽക്കുമ്പോൾ അതിനുവേണ്ടി മാനസികവും ശാരീരികവുമായ ഊർജം ചെലവഴിച്ച അതിൻ്റെ പ്രവർത്തകരോട് എനിക്കുള്ള ആദരവ് ആദ്യമായി അർപ്പിച്ചോളട്ടെ. മകരക്കുളിരും മാമ്പും മണവും നിറഞ്ഞു നിൽക്കുന്ന ആ നാട് ഇന്ന് നമുക്കൊരു ഓർമ്മത്തേങ്ങൽ മാത്രമാണ്. ഇരതേടിപ്പിരിയുന്ന കുരുവികളെ പോലെ നാം അവിടെ നിന്ന് പറന്നകന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞു. ഇങ്ങു പടിഞ്ഞാർ ഇവിടെ ഈ ഭൂമി തൻ ഇങ്ങേപ്പുറത്തിൻ്റെ ഈ തീരഭൂമിയിൽ വിശ്വസംസ്കാര കുടിക്കൂറകൾ പേറി അശ്വരഥങ്ങൾ ഉരുണ്ടൊരി ഭൂമിയിൽ പോരാ സമൃദ്ധിയും ശാസ്ത്രവും കൈകോർത്ത് കാലപ്രവാഹം നിയന്ത്രിച്ച വേദിയിൽ ചന്ദ്രൻ ഉദിക്കുന്ന ദിക്കിൽ നിന്ന് എത്രയോ തങ്ക സ്വപ്നങ്ങളുമായി വന്നെത്തി നാം. അതെ, ഈ പ്രവാസഭൂമിയിൽ നാം നമ്മുടെ പുത്തൻ പേരുകൾ ആഴ്ത്തുവാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുകയാണ്. അതിനിടയിലും നമ്മുടെ സാംസ്കാരിക സമ്പന്നതയുടെയും പൈതൃക ധാർമ്മികതയുടെയും അടിവേരുകൾ തേടിയുള്ള യാത്രയുടെ ഭാഗമായിട്ടാണ് കേരള സെന്റർ പോലെയുള്ള മഹത്തായ സാംസ്കാരിക കേന്ദ്രങ്ങൾ ഈ പ്രവാസഭൂമിയിൽ തലയുയർത്തി നിൽക്കുന്നത് എന്നത് ഏതൊരു മലയാളിയെ പോലെ എനിക്കും ആനന്ദം പകരുന്നുണ്ട്. അരമുക്കാൽ നൂറ്റാണ്ടിന് മുമ്പുള്ള കേരളത്തിലെ തികച്ചും അപരിഷ്കൃതവും പ്രാകൃതവുമായ ഒരു ഗ്രാമത്തിൽ ജനിച്ചു വളർന്നു എന്നതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ മനുഷ്യവേദനകളുടെ മഹാസമുദ്രങ്ങൾ കണ്ടും അനുഭവിച്ചുമാണ് ഞാൻ വളർന്നു വന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ അത്തരം വേദനകൾ കടലാസിൽ പകർത്തി എഴുതിക്കൊണ്ടായിരുന്നു എൻ്റെ ആദ്യകാല രചനകൾ. ആ വേദനകൾ കടലാസിൽ പങ്കുവയ്ക്കുമ്പോൾ അത് എനിക്ക് ആശ്വാസം നൽകിയിരുന്നു എന്നതുപോലെ അത് വായിച്ച ആർക്കെങ്കിലുമോ ഒക്കെ
ആശ്വാസം പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടാവും എന്നതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇന്ന് ഈ വേദിയിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ ഇതുപോലെ ഞാൻ നിൽക്കുന്നത് എന്നതിൽ ഞാൻ അഭിമാനം കൊള്ളുന്നു. മഹാരാജന്മാരെ സ്വീകരിക്കുകയും ആദരിക്കുകയും ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ഈ മഹത്തായ സ്ഥാപനത്തിലെ ഈ വേദിയിൽ അത്തരത്തിലുള്ള യാതൊരു യോഗ്യതകളുമില്ലാത്ത എന്നെയും സ്വീകരിക്കപ്പെടുകയും ആദരിക്കപ്പെടുകയും ചെയ്തത് ഇതിൻ്റെ പിന്നിൽ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന കേരള സെന്ററിൻ്റെ ജീവാത്മാവും പരമാത്മാവുമായ പ്രവർത്തകർക്ക്, അവാർഡ് കമ്മിറ്റിയിൽ പ്രവർത്തിച്ച ഞാൻ അറിയാത്ത ആളുകൾക്ക് എല്ലാം എൻ്റെ അകൈതവുമായ നന്ദിയും കൃതജ്ഞതയും രേഖപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ട് ഈ അവാർഡ് എനിക്ക് സമ്മാനിച്ച ബഹുമാന്യയായ ഈ ലേഡിയെയും അതുപോലെ ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട എല്ലാവരെയും നന്ദിപൂർവ്വം സ്മരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടും കൃതജ്ഞത രേഖപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ടും എൻ്റെ എളിയ വാക്കുകൾ അവസാനിപ്പിക്കുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
Raju Srivastava, the town clerk, town of North Hampstead, and I'm immensely humbled to share. I'm the only Indian elected official in any of the town in the whole Long Island, and I thank you all. I always say that we are far from our motherland, but we all are connected through the threads of our ancestry, our heritage, our culture, our knowledge, our wisdom. We do need people to come forward and support, to strengthen our community. And whenever I come to Kerala Center, I feel so happy and so proud because Kerala Center is serving the purpose of bringing the community together. Kerala Center actually has become India Center and trying to connect all the segments of the Indian American community. So I'm very, very grateful to each and every member of the board, the leadership, and every one of you who come here to come and to support, because they're very active Kerala Center people, the whole board members, they're very active. You always see something going on here, but the purpose is just to strengthen, to support the community. And like you said, you were so right, that we all have to understand our civic responsibility, and I thank Kerala Center for always raising up the ideas and the values which is going to be useful for our next generation as well. So thank you, my congratulations to all the honorees, and I thank you all for your big, huge contributions in different fields, and it was very impressive to hear your story, and I thank the judges and each and every one of you. Thank you and have a very wonderful rest of the evening.